sé que me extrañas cada día. Si perdió el amor, lo siento, fue mala mía. Si fuera un cuento de fantasía, te llevaría a un paraíso y te besaría. Pero look at me, what in talking in Spanish.
Hello and welcome yet again to another episode here at the Cardboard Cave podcast. And I am super excited because, again, if you guys don't know, we have our Discord is available for everyone. So you guys have to just go to the description and just join the Discord channel. It's completely, utterly free. And as well, I just want to say, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell, like that you guys can be up to date with anything and everything board game and TCG related. There's a lot of content coming your way, and we're super excited as well to what we're going to be talking today. We know that there's a lot of Spider-Man going around, but if you guys want to see everything that has been spoiled or previewed of the Spider-Man set, just follow us in either of all of our platforms, let it be Instagram or TikTok, like you guys can be up to date with the cards because we're continuously posting updates as well. And pay attention to secretlayer.com because the Spider-Man super drop will be on September 22nd. So don't miss out. They didn't give out a time, but that date is when you're able to get your Secret Layer products. So let's go ahead and bring in all of our hosts of the Cardboard Cave podcast. Let's go ahead and bring in our favorite director, the one and only Ale.
Hello, what's up?
How are you doing, Ale?
All good, all good. Ready? Let's go.
Ready? Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in the master of the dark arts, the one and only JP.
Hey, what's up?
How are you doing, JP?
I'm doing good. We're gonna talk about a few interesting things.
So yes. So I just gotta say, guys, what is your favorite brand for your TCG accessories? You know, we have a lot of brands.
I'm gonna be honest, but it's probably Dragon Shield.
Yeah, Dragon Shield most likely. Dragon Shield and the Professor box, the deck box.
The Professor box.
I don't know what the brand is.
The
like,
academic.
Yeah,
The
that one.
academic.
I mean, the academic is the model of the box.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
academic is
like
from
that.
Ultimate Card.
Oh, okay, but then it's great. Great box. So good. Amazing box.
Amazing.
But definitely the sleeves for sure. Dragon Shield.
Yeah, for me, sleeves has always been Dragon Shield. Like I have boxes laying around in the office of different colors. The only brand I buy. But in terms of like deck boxes, do you guys have a preferred brand? We all love the academic because that's something that we all aim for to getting when it went on Kickstarter. But is there any other brand that you guys like? Let it be Ultra Pro, let it be I don't know other brands. Off Chinese brands from off Chinese brands from Amazon.
Or Temu or like
Or Temu,
Ali-
yeah. So
I'm gonna be honest. Like a lot of the stuff that I buy, other than Dragon Shields, is like deck boxes. The cheapo plastic ones that are just like, I need a deck box and I'm just gonna get one, and I don't really pay
Like this?
attention. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, those are like
Do you really pay attention to the brand?
if it's
When
this,
if it's like that, yeah, no, that's if I'm not getting like the academic or a specialty box, like my cube was in a specialty ordered box,
Mhm.
and that's where I had it. Right, currently that's filled with a lot of just of my random cards, but my cube used to be in that specialty ordered box. Other than that, and the academic, because again, I was in the Kickstarter.
Yep.
I don't
we
really.
all love the
I'm not super devoted to one brand.
I only have the at Home Depot you could buy like the little suitcase. That's what I have for my commander decks. If it's not that, it's literally like the cheap plastic boxes, or I sort of got like the the ETBs. I
Yeah.
get like Pokemon ETBs, so I just shove decks in there. That's what I currently have right now. So yeah.
You know, what's the most interesting part? That Ultimate Guard made the same Home Depot box,
Hmm.
but with their branding,
Of course. Of
with a
course, they
strap.
realized
I saw it like I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I got to see it.
that's amazing.
I was like, that what? That they did it? So they wanted to just go to Home Depot. If you don't like the yellow and the black, there's
Yep.
something called spray paint. Paint it.
Yep.
Or
Easy.
sticker bomb it. I don't
Easy.
know. Easy. So guys, what we're going to be talking about today, it's relatively interesting because we're going to be talking about Ultimate Guard. These past few months has been quite interesting in the fact that they have been doing things that have been making a lot of people from the community boycott them for brand choices for their upcoming products. And we're gonna leave the other topic for like that we can actually go dive in fully with that topic. So what am I talking about? We all know that the Magic the Gathering community, or the TCG, let's talk it in general, because we're talking about product that can be used in any trading card game. The TCG community is fully supported by the LGBTQ plus community. We have a lot of people that play TCG that are from the community. And we all know that small situation, well, it wasn't small, that big situation that happened with the author of Harry Potter, that she said some transphobic comments. So sadly, well, I'm not gonna say sadly, because everybody can buy whatever fandom they love, if it's on their sleeves or not, or you make them custom or whatnot. But we all know that Dragon Shield had a collaboration with the Harry Potter brand as well, that they had sleeves. You could buy either the house sleeves or character sleeves. I think those are the only two things that were like available from Harry Potter from Dragon Shield. So Ultimate Guard wanted to jump in and do the same thing. One of their most popular products, because it's a cost-effective product, and if you don't want the plastic deck boxes, you can get a harder plastic deck box. So they announced the following product, that is the Boulder, but with the Harry Potter houses. So you could buy a Boulder with Gryffindor or Slytherin, Ravenclaw, or Hufflepuff. Apparently, they were going to do sleeves as well. But when this product was announced, the TCG, especially the Magic the Gathering community, wanted to go ahead and boycott Ultimate Guard for promoting Harry Potter as a collaborative brand for their products. They got to a point that Ultimate Guard, if you go to the official link of the boulders, you can't find it, because they went ahead and they took it down. So, what's your opinion, guys, in regards to, it's a brand. I know that Harry Potter has J.K. Rowling as the author, did her comments, but as something that is a fandom for millions and millions of people, do you think that it was necessary for the community, not all the community, but a certain part of the community, go ahead and attack the brand like that? They can go ahead and boycott this simple product that was going to be like deck boxes and probably sleeves as well.
I feel like there's a valid concern, mostly because when you support a brand that is created by someone that has very negative views, it
Mhm.
it shows badly on the community. Like I don't think it's anything positive for the community. Now, can people like what they like? Yes. Is the story of Harry Potter okay? Fine, yeah. Is the creator a hateful person? Also correct, and they are one of the people that are profiting from this.
Mhm.
I feel like the people from Harry Potter realize, hey, this is something really really cheap that just gives us a certain amount of cash, and it's like a little to no investment on our part, and let's just do it. If they do it with Dragon Shield, and Dragon Shield made them money because this is like very very cost effective way of publishing your brand, and using it again with Ultimate Guard made sense as a business. I'm not a huge fan of Harry Potter, anyways. I'm sure a lot of the fans that are currently like very big fans of Harry Potter really don't really care about J.K. Rowling. I feel like if the people who are going to buy this were going to buy this, the people who aren't going to buy this aren't going to buy this. It's going to make them money because the cost to investment ratio is skewed to their benefit no matter what, and that's just what it is.
Hmm. I'm okay with boycotting. I'm okay with voicing your opinion. I'm okay with financial boycotting. If you don't want a product, you don't need to purchase. You're not obligated to purchase anything. You can purchase whatever you want. I appreciate the freedom of choosing what you want to buy and what you don't want to buy. I know a lot of people that buy things or don't buy things based on very different factors. When you do the whole thing of like, I'm not gonna support this because of this reason. I'm not gonna support that. You can do whatever you want because at the end, you're the customer. You do whatever you want. But doing this is gonna be a little. It's gonna get spicy. Doing the moral high ground of saying I'm not going to support this. I'm not going to buy into this or whatever. It's just moral grandstanding, in my opinion. Because at the end of the day, you vote with your wallet. It's a capitalist society. It's a capitalist system. You decide if you don't want to purchase it, you do it. But saying, "Oh, this is wrong" or whatever. Who makes these phones? Let's talk about that. Who makes the computer you're using? Everything's corrupted. Everything's dirty. You have to pick your battles and what you want to do. But everything we consume, everything we do, someone is suffering because of that. So, I understand the idea of like disassociating because of that, because of obviously the creator. I'm one of those people that I like Harry Potter. I like it since I was a kid or whatever, and I've learned to accept the fact that yes, JK is a transphobe, like a gigantic transphobe, but I can also accept that the fandom and like the IP has grown beyond her. It's not tied to her. As a filmmaker, I've learned to disassociate films from creatives and from collaborators, from directors, from artists, from actors, actresses, because a lot of people in Hollywood are also horrible people. But you get to a point you're like, well, I guess I'm not going to enjoy anything because if we're going by that metric, a lot of things are dirty by a lot of people. It's really hard to find. It's sad to say, it's really hard to find artistic media that is not uh, dirtied by someone being whatever they are, a horrible person. So I think it's like JP said, people who are going to buy it, we're going to buy it no matter what. It made financial sense for them to do it. Ultimate Guard probably thought they were probably weighing the options. I'm pretty sure a conversation was met by the idea of like, we want to do this. We got to consider JK is involved because she's a creator. There's a lot of baggage with this IP. They're making a show right now, and everyone that's been cast, they've been lambasted because of the choice of being in this show and basically supporting her indirectly or directly, because she's obviously going to get money from whatever happens with Harry Potter. But then you go and see stuff like, I don't know, Hogwarts Legacy, that very successful video game that sold millions and millions of copies. And I don't know, what does that tell you? It's very messy. It's very nuanced. I just say, if you want to support or not support someone, do it with your wallet. That's like the ultimate thing you can do. If you have this idea that you do not want to support this IP because it's supporting this person specifically, which in most cases it does, don't support it. Just don't support it. But saying, oh, I'm never gonna buy it, I'm just gonna like not support Ultimate Guard from here on out, it's like, sure, go ahead, but unless you were like an avid consumer of Ultimate Guard and now you're gonna actually stop, then that's great. Actually do that, because that'll enact change. This doesn't seem like it did, because they took out the listing.
They took out the listing. Yeah, there's certain stores that I imagine that they got the product because
they got the product before.
Exactly.
You know what does work? Remember when Magic 30 came out and we all universally hated it, and the way that we did was, what did we do? Not freaking buy it. And
exactly.
And Wizards understood, oh, we're never doing this thing again. So at the end of the day, just vote with your wallet. Like,
yeah, I think that there's still a couple of local game stores here in Puerto Rico that might have a sealed box
and just sitting there forever. Who's gonna buy that?
It's like I imagine the store owners looking at it, and I'm like, there might be a Black Lotus in there.
Yep.
But at the same time, there might not be one.
I understand the stores that have it, because I know that Wizards, when they couldn't sell it, they just started offloading like a free one to every LGS. So I understand that. So whatever, do what you want with that, but obviously it's going to be hard to sell because no one wants it, because the community collectively did not support this.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I was when I started seeing a lot of like content creators, especially in TikTok, talking about the situation. I was like, in my mind, I'm like, hey, if you don't like it, don't buy it. It's a brand. Everybody, because I think that if we sit down and we look, like, let's say we start looking into the Ultra Pros like archives, there might be a chance that Ultra Pro did like a small Harry Potter collab and they have sleeves or something. Dragon Shield did it. They did it for, I think that was only for a couple of months. It was just one wave of sleeves. But I think that any brand might have a collaborative with somebody that you might not like, and it's understandable.
There's gonna be skeletons in everyone's closets, I feel.
Exactly.
But you get to vote with your money. That's the important part. I feel like that's fair. That's fair to do.
It's the exact same thing. It's not the exact same thing, but it's like, console wars, phone wars. Like, if you don't like Samsung, you don't buy Samsung. If you don't like PlayStation, you don't buy PlayStation.
Yep.
If you don't like PC, then you don't buy a PC. You buy.
If you don't like Nintendo making games be $80, stop buying Nintendo games. That's what I did until they fix those prices. I'm not buying a freaking Nintendo Switch 2 or any of those Switch 2 games. That's it. I'm just gonna buy the old stuff maybe, but I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna try to make it buy it secondhand too. So yeah,
for the gaming community and all these developers, you should be Xbox. Give the games to the world and for everybody.
True.
Even though it's a loss, because that's what they're doing. They're losing money, but they don't care.
Let's make it a more socialist world. Everyone gets the games.
Everybody gets the games. Yes. But in at the end of the day, I think that we all agree in that if you don't want to buy the product, it's fine. Don't buy it. But there's probably a group of people that would like to, go to their LGS and have their, I don't know, pimp out all their gear with Harry Potter stuff or with any IP out there. Spider-Man is coming out. I imagine that there will be a couple of people with their Spider-Man binders, with their Spider-Man deck boxes and sleeves. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. It's just as simple as that. Because it's like you saying, like, it's like if you go to Universal Studios or Epic Universe, you're like, I'm going to the park, and you're like, I'm not entering the Harry Potter section because I don't like to support it, but you still have to go through it because if you want to see the whole park, you have to go through that section, you know? So if you don't
Are you
like
gonna
it,
boycott the whole Universal Park because they have a whole section, actually 2 sections of Harry Potter? Because if you're going there, you already made money for them. Like I'm pretty sure that's kind of divided in some regard. So yeah, like
you know,
it's
at the
very
end of the
complicated.
yeah, it is. It is pretty complicated. The reason why I brought this up because Ultimate Guard that was not the only time that they're getting boycotted. So they are getting once again they're getting boycotted. This was on August 3rd. A an artist, because if you guys know, uh Magic the Gathering or Wizard of the Coast or most of all of the TCGs, they contract artists. You know, they contract artists that they can do their artwork, especially right now with Spider-Man. Even though, if you guys know, the Spider-Man covers, some of the cards are Spider-Man covers of the comic books. You do have an artist that makes that artwork again, but kind of maybe a slight different, like just to give them credit. But you need to have an artist to make your cards, right? But Ultimate Guard does it again, and the artist called I don't know how to spell that name. That artist starts with an S. He posted on Blue Sky the following statement: "Pick this deck box up from Ultimate Guard, and I was so excited until I flipped it over. Looks like my art was extended with AI. Wizard of the Coast needs to make sure their partners don't do this. I would have happily extended this art for a couple of $100. Instead, it looks awful."
Yep.
So apparently, Ultimate Guard is extending with AI the artwork of different products that they have. And here is the big example. So here is the actual artwork. This artwork is a division of Tezrek, and I don't know what's her name on the story, but it's a division of Tezrek and this character from Edge of Eternities. So if you see, this is a box art. So if you put this artwork on the deck box, it won't fill the whole deck box in a 3D model. And we're going to explain that in a Ultimate Guard statement. But when you go ahead and focus on the deck box, you notice, oh, look, it's really pretty on this side, but then you see all
like
this
it's like a mush of nothing.
a mush of nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's horrible.
And by Ultimate Guard having this statement, a lot of things happened this past month. This all happened a previous month on August. The first big thing that happened was that MTG Goldfish, effective immediately on the 29th of August, because for what I understand is, in terms of all of different sources that I started looking between TikTok, between news articles, this didn't get like the big boom until other products from Ultimate Guard were noticed that they were AI extended. And MTG Goldfish went ahead and said, effective immediately, we are ending our sponsorship with Ultimate Guard. You'll still find us at future events and are excited to explore new collaborations ahead. Obviously, this means new collaborations. It could be with Dragon Shield, it could be with Ultra Pro, and it could be with Vault X. That's another brand that it's actually gaining a lot of momentum. But they went ahead and said, effective immediately, we're done. We're done with Ultimate Guard.
And I think
Now-
that's fine too. Obviously, because if they don't feel like their sponsors or their brand partners are doing things that they don't like, they can definitely cut ties with them. That's totally understandable.
Exactly.
If your views don't align,
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. No, yeah. That one of the things that I think is very important, especially when you have like let's put us as an example. You know, we took a long time to get an LGS to be our sponsor. You know, we
Mhm.
do have our sponsor that is Titan Games. Using them as an example is not to plug it, but you know,
Well,
using
yes.
It's a little
Go
bit of a
go
plug.
go go,
a
go shop at
little
Titan
yeah.
Games.
It's tiny, tiny
Get
bit
Piedras
there.
and Caguas.
But it took us time because we did go up to different other local game stores. Probably they didn't appreciate our hard work, but Titan Games did. And not only that, you know, we would love to work with other in the future. We would love to work with other brands, but obviously, putting an example, let's say for instance that Ultra Pro comes to us, and we go ahead as a team because as a team we go ahead and sit down like, hey, do you think that this deal with Ultra Pro is worth it? You
Mhm.
know, they're going to give us this amount of let's say this amount of cash, this amount of product. Do you guys really like the brand? Do you think that it's something that is fit for us? You know, that there are a lot of conversations go into fruition in regards to these type of deals. But they have the rights to do it, and they were not the only ones. I There was another content creator that did mention that their ties with Ultimate Guard as well have
Mhm.
been cut. I don't have the content creator's name because I really forgot to put it in the show notes. But there was another content creator, and the thing is that I thought that not only the content creator was going to go out, I thought that other content creators that are sponsored by Ultimate Guard we're going to leave. Commander at Home is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. Spike Feeders is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. Uh, the Professor's not sponsored by Ultimate Guard, but his product is part of Ultimate Guard. You know,
Mhm.
there's a lot of things going to fruition. What happened? Then, when Entity Goldfish announced the removing Ultimate Guard as a sponsor, Ultimate Guard went ahead and left a statement that from here we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead give our opinion in regards to AI. So they went ahead and put this statement. Earlier this month, we saw the post and discussions about the generative AI use in our there's Halia and Tezret Flip and Tray deck box. We immediately conducted an internal review and unfortunately confirmed the claims. When adapting 2D art card art from 3D products like deck boxes, we sometimes extend the original artwork to fit in complex shapes. Our review found that in some cases, including this deck box, a feature in Adobe called generative fill, which uses AI,
Yeah.
was employed alongside our designer's handwork. Upon further research, we also found it occurred in a small number of other products in development. We deeply value the artists we work with and the trust of the community. Effective immediately, we will no longer use generative fill or any generative AI tool in our design process for Magic the Gathering licensed product. Again, the statement only says Magic the Gathering. Keep that in mind. Any that were in production have been removed from our lineup, and no future AI assisted Magic the Gathering licensed product will be made or sold by Ultimate Guard. We recognize that at the heart of this issue is a concern for the livelihood of artists everywhere. Ultimate Guard wholeheartedly support this statement. To that end, we have been steadily growing our own full-time team of illustrators and designers. We also commission unique art pieces from the freelance community, a practice that has and will continue to be part of Ultimate Guard's DNA. Thank you for your understanding and continued support. There's one issue here.
Mhm.
That third paragraph, they specify Magic the Gathering licensed products.
Yes.
They're not talking They're not talking in general for other products. So that means that probably future contracts with different artists will say that if your artwork does not like if your artwork does not fill in the gaps, they will use it. They will use the tool because they're not making it safe for all artists. Are you looking for the #1 local game store here in Puerto Rico? I got it for you. It's called Titan Games. They are located in Caguas and in Rio Piedras. As well, they have their own website, titanhobbygames.com. There you guys can find your favorite TCGs and much more in their website. That's not all. Just pass by every week. There's an event and there's a lot of things you can do with Titan Games. All of their information are in the description below, so pass by and check them out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the only thing. To add on this, like that, we can give our opinions. We will start with Ale, then with JP, and I'll end it. I'll end the the opinion side. GalaxyCon is in a few weeks. GalaxyCon has issued a statement on their policies stating that if you are an artist that is part of Artist Alley and you have AI generated art, let it be prints, mugs, keychains, anything, they will get you out.
Nice. Good.
They will get you out. That's not the thing is that GalaxyCon was the start. I have been reading that other cons are gonna start doing the change of policies because they do not believe in AI generated art. And I'm sorry, this is gonna be sounding very crude and very hard, but you are not an artist by typing in certain prompts to make an artwork. The AI steals the ideas that you're putting, steals it from other artists, and then creates a unique one for you. But it's still stolen from others.
Yep.
So I'm super glad that GalaxyCon is going to be doing this. I hope that other cons go ahead and change their policies as well. Especially here in Puerto Rico, we have a couple of cons. So I hope that these other cons do the same thing. But Ale, what is your thoughts? What are your thoughts in regards to, especially you being a filmmaker, in your space, AI is being used hard as work as well.
Yep.
What are your thoughts in regards to people stop being creative and only using their mindsets to put in a prompt and create art?
So with the first part, with like the deck boxes that Ultimate Guard showcase with the Magic art having generative AI, that I'm pretty sure they knew that was happening, but they didn't say anything until someone noticed. And I'm pretty sure they were just asking some intern to be like, hey, we need to fit this in a box. Like, I don't know how to do it. Fix it. I don't care. You're an intern. And then they probably were like, well, I'm going to generative AI it because I don't know what to do. I'm going to get like fired from the job for no reason. They probably knew that was happening. They probably did this for a bit. And it wasn't until some artists noticed they did it. The reason why they're supporting the decision to like cut ties with doing the generative AI for the Magic product at the very least, it's because obviously there's a stigma to it, but it's because I'm pretty sure that Magic probably is like the Magic community is probably the one that consumes the most of this product from Ultimate Guard in general. In terms of, and obviously the correct decision was made of like saying we're not doing this again. Obviously they were very specific with their wording of just being about Magic the Gathering, not, I don't know, One Piece or whatever the hell they sell. But at the very least they were gonna try to, and it's stupid too, considering the fact that if they have such close ties with Magic the Gathering itself, I'm pretty sure they could have got in contact with any of these artists and just be like, okay, going forward for this product, we're gonna need certain art pieces to be extended to like this degree, like these dimensions. We need these dimensions because those art is going to be exclusive to us too, and we need to have like an extended version of this. So I'm pretty sure this could have been something that could have implemented with ease, but they chose the lazy way out or the easy way out. But yeah, In terms of other artists utilizing AI in their work, I am not a fan of that at all. I can understand the utility AI has in terms of productivity, like in terms of like maybe you're stuck with something, or maybe you need grammatical error fixing. I literally use 95% of my ChatGPT use is basically a better Google Doc.
Better wording.
It's a better Google Doc because it does actually do grammatical corrections correctly, and it contextualizes stuff, which is very important.
Mhm.
The other 5% is to like Google search something I can't find on Google. That's kind of the use and the extent of my usage with ChatGPT. I don't have a lot of respect for people that do it. I think it's morally very messy and wrong to be doing this, because you are, or at least you should be aware that you're basically stealing other people's work. It's an amalgamation of a bunch of people's work. No matter what you type in the prompt, it's not something that's being made from thin air. It's something that's being amalgamated from other people's work, and then you're posing it as your own work, and that is a huge problem, and it's a big problem. It happens in the filmmaking community. It happens in the art community. It happens with authors. I've noticed in Puerto Rico too. I've gone to like a bunch of book fairs, and I've noticed a lot of people just have just generative AI novels, like complete novels. You're selling as if it's their own, and you clearly know it was all prompted on like a weekend or something, and it's disgusting. It's abhorrent. I don't know why the idea came that it's correct for them to do it, or why they bother doing it. I think it's either to make a quick buck. Maybe they think they'll be able to swindle somebody. They'll be able to swindle somebody out of their money. They think they're being clever about it. They feel like they're being creative, which you're not. Trust me, you're not being creative using ChatGPT. You're actually losing neurons probably using ChatGPT. There was a South Park episode that talks a lot about this, where ChatGPT just appeases the crazy batshit insane ideas that you might have. But in reality, it's not making you smarter at all. It's actually legitimately documented. It's making you dumber using ChatGPT. It's ruining a lot of your cognitive capacities using ChatGPT. So it's wrong. It's wrong. You should always support the artist hard work, the artists that end up in ChatGPT and people steal their work from. You should support the artists, because art is universal. Art is part of like what humans do. Like a lot of our important monuments, art pieces are created by the imagination of humanity itself. So no machine can ever replicate that.
Something I want to add to that is the fantasy author Brandon Sanderson recently came out with a video that said that he had a concept for a monster that he wanted an illustration for in his book. And he came to this artist and he described the art. Then when he described what he wanted, he kept tweaking and tweaking until they both reached a satisfying end.
Yeah.
When the art was published, it was published with the artist's name, not Brandon Sanderson's name. The idea might have been Brandon Sanderson's, right? Yeah. Everything about the prompt in this case is Brandon Sanderson's, but he is not the artist. The artist is the artist.
Yep.
What I mean by this is when people use ChatGPT to create art, when people use AI to create art and they write a prompt, they are stealing from other people, because AI takes from other sources and creates something with an already established style, and you are more akin to an art director than an artist. A bunch of people are like, "Oh, I've seen online, I'm an AI artist." No, you're not. The AI artist does not exist. It's just not something that exists. You are an art. You can call yourself an art director, which is also arguable, but you can call yourself an art director. That's more plausible. But you're not an artist.
Agree.
Do you have any thoughts in regards to the Ultimate Guard situation?
So it's in my opinion, it might be and this is like I don't know why, it's just my gut feeling to say that this is an oopsie, but not in the oopsie I fucked up kind of way, in the I've been fucking up but I didn't know I was fucking up. uh, so we got to remember that companies are comprised of people, and people make mistakes. And in this case, is like, oh, I need this to fit into this piece. So I just, either I zoom in and
Mhm.
expand the art, or fill in the part that's missing. And because people are using like a very basic a tool like the Adobe extension tool,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's just something integrated into a tool you're already using, you might not think twice about it. Not that, and I'm not saying that it's right. I'm saying that you just might like, oh shit, I need to do I need to do this, and I
It's
have
a
a deadline,
problem solving thing.
and
Yeah.
and I need to fix this,
Yes.
and
Yes,
just
I
and
understand.
it fixes it. The you have an end product, but is that end product ethical? Is that end product necessary? Like in theory, you could just zoom in the photo,
Mhm.
and then just zoom in on the other photo, because you have the Tezzeret and the other legendary creature. I think it's called Halia.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
you have both of those zoomed in, and that's it. And there you go. You have the art. Uh, I'm sure there's reasons for not doing that, mostly because of how the box is made and how the art would look like on the box. But I don't think. I think we should be critical of Ultimate Guard, but also understand that it was probably someone that really didn't like think twice about it, and not in a malicious way.
Yeah.
Uh, Even if the end product is not a good thing.
So basically, like out of negligence is your argument, like, or
Uh,
maybe out of not knowing any better, or like not knowing the
yeah,
intricacies and the
like
nuances of like the AI and
we
what
don't.
this signifies to the artist.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's fair. I can see that. That's why I said the example of like an intern doing this, because
yeah,
it's a problem solving thing. They're not really, and I understand your argument because, for example, there was a I've used the tool. I've literally used it for my own things. Like I've taken a picture and I need to like extend it because I need it for a post, and it only works like in this dimension. But then I need to be like, I need to extend the sides, or I need to extend it up and down. And I'm like, okay, it's a sky. I'm just gonna extend the sky, and that's what I do. Like I understand that. I think the problem arises in not knowing any better. But I'm thankful they know now. They know that it's not correct to do it. But I'm pretty sure I kind of agree with you. It probably was a problem solving thing where they were like telling the intern, "Hey, did you get the thing done?" That's like I can't because the mentions like, "Oh, we'll fix it. I don't care. We need this to ship by next Friday. So like get it done."
Exactly. It's a time
So I can
thing.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah. In my case, I think I'm gonna incline on what JP said, because I think it probably was that probably they had this person, they were like, hey, we need this by tomorrow because we need to print this, we need to send this design to the warehouse like yesterday. So probably they were like, hey, but the artwork, no, you have to fix it. And then they did what they did. um in terms of like their statement, again, the statement was was very, the wording was like they're like saying like, hey, we're just gonna, we're not gonna do this anymore with Magic the Gathering product. It's in a thin line because they're not covering all the bases. So there might be, there might be a chance that if you're an artist that, let's say that they wanted you to do like a, I don't know, a very pretty sky, and they doesn't work,
Yeah.
then they extend it, you're not safe, you're not fully safe, because in those words, the terms of the wordings that they did, it's just only for Magic the Gathering product. And it's
Mhm.
like Ale said, so there is a high chance that the biggest consumer of their products is Magic the Gathering players, because most of the content creators are sponsored by them, you know
Yeah.
in terms of AI art, I don't like it. I don't agree with it. It's something that I'm not going to go in details, but we talked about interviewing somebody, but due
Mhm.
to that, the extent of like how
Yeah.
much AI they used, we're like, we want to,
I,
but no.
It's a little dubious.
I have very conflicted feelings about AI art.
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah,
so
I know that we talked about this, and I remember that you, JP,
yeah, there's
you did,
there's a creator that made a
yeah.
game, and the game was in Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter was really small, and they already basically work in an AI driven environment as a doctor. Like they have a doctorate, and that's like they are a programming doctorate, physics, something up, something eye based. I forgot the name, how you pronounce it, but they are also like in the Magic the Gathering space, and they created a game and uses AI art. Uh, and I understand them more than I would other people,
Mhm.
but I also understand that there's big issues with that. I'm also probably a bit biased on that specific person, which is good to acknowledge.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, for me, one of my biggest, I think that my biggest issue is in regards to AI usage for any type of content creation, or artist, as an artist, let it be for music, let it be for artwork, let it be for film, like Ale. My issue is that I know a lot of people in this space, in the content creation space, and I've been noticing that a lot of like past colleagues that I used to like work with, they're using AI for basically everything, and
Everything.
it's
Yep.
sad, and
Yep.
it's really sad because you started your career being creative, and now you're like, hey, whatever, I'll use this prompt to do this song or whatnot.
Mhm.
And it's hurting a lot. It's hurting. All industries are being hurt by this,
Mhm.
and I'm really against it. In regards to Ultimate Guard, I just hope that with their statement, it's not only Magic the Gathering that they're gonna stop using it. I hope that they don't use this tool in its full flourishing, it's uh unless it's an illustrator from your own company, that illustrator knows that they're gonna like probably extend their art, or their artwork is fully AI generated or whatnot. If it's under the Ultimate Guard brand, well, that's an issue that you guys have to take over, because at the end of the day is your decision. But
As long
don't
as they're
hesitate.
transparent about it and they disclose it.
Exactly.
Like if these people would say, hey, we're gonna be doing deck boxes with AI. We're letting everyone know that it's AI. Um, put it out there, see what happens.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure no one's gonna buy it, or maybe some people buy it. I
Exactly.
don't know. Like people are gonna vote with their wallets. But yeah, I mean, in all likelihood, they shouldn't do that. It's wrong. I'm glad that they actually stepped up and fixed the problem. Curious how they addressed the AI issue, but said nothing about the Harry Potter thing. So
I
that's
know,
what I
right?
find interesting out of all that we've talked about today. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
it, it's super interesting. It's the same company, same company.
Same
One
company, same
issue,
thing.
they're like, we're taking the product away from the website.
We're not saying anything about it.
Not saying anything about it.
The other issue, we do like a whole statement about it. Also, mind you, it's interesting because then the content creators, they did not disclose their reasoning why. It could have been both things. It could have been one over the other, but they're not. They're
Exactly.
not disclosing either what the problem is too, which is kind of interesting from that point of view. But yeah, it's all interesting all around. I don't know. I'm pretty sure in the grand scheme of things, they'll probably be fine. Mostly because they fixed the error with the Harry Potter
Mhm.
thing and then fixed the error with the AI thing. I don't think they'll get severe backlash because unlike other companies that probably double or triple down, they actually acknowledge the mistakes, at least with the AI part. So it'll be interesting going forward what happens.
Yeah, it will be. Let's see what happens moving forward to Ultimate Guard. I do want to say that all the credit for this topic that we're talking today, it's to Chris. Chris is the one
Yes.
that brought this to fruition. Because I was ahead of like the situation, but Spider-Man was still there, and there are too many cards to cover. But we're gonna give you it's not a preview, but we're gonna tell you guys that for the upcoming episode for next week, instead of talking about the top 3 cards, we're gonna be talking about the top 5 cards, and probably any honorable mentions from the set of Spider-Man, because there are a lot of cards. There's a lot of cards, a lot of reprints. There's a big secret layer drop that's coming on the 22nd of this month. So it's a lot of things that are coming through. And as well, before we say our goodbyes, if you guys have no plans on November 1st and November 2nd, we here at the Cardboard Cave podcast, we will be bringing to you the board game grotto. So it's going to be a space where we're going to be having demos for different TCGs, and as well for board games. We're going to have an area where we're going to have 3D printed items for sale, and as well we will have TCG for sale. We're going to have TCG singles for sale, and we are going to be showcasing, obviously, Narrowscape is one of the card games that we are fully supporting now, but I did mention this to the guys because I mentioned it in our chat. But we are going to be showcasing in the event. Let me look for their name because I really don't remember their name. And if Instagram can help me out, I would be so happy.
That's true.
So we are going to be highlighting, and this is really fun. When we get to this and we receive the product, I will tell you the story of how we got here. But the amazing people from Troc TCG, a trading card game from Argentina,
Yes.
they're going to be sending us product like that we can showcase their TCG. Their TCG has been live in Argentina and in that part of the world. They have been live for 6 years.
Nice.
And we spoke to them. They're going to send us product. I don't know what they're going to send us. Probably a couple of decks and a booster box, and probably promotional items like that we can put like in the table. But we're going to be promoting Troc TCG like that, and we will plan for events in Titan Games so that we can show you how to play. But there's one thing that I have to mention. The TCG artwork is for 18 plus. It's not that it's fully you won't see a lot, but it is pretty
Spicy.
It's pretty spicy. Yes. Yeah. But we're going to be showcasing Troc TCG, an Argentinian TCG. We love to sponsor card games that are Spanish speakers. So just pay attention to our social media, but then you guys can get all the details for the Portal experience from November 1 and November 2. A lot of artists and invited guests are going to be there. We're going to have Jason Page, the original songwriter for the Pokemon theme song. We're going to have Austin St. John's, and we're going to have 2 comic book artists, and we're going to have a content creator that builds Gunpla is going to be as well there. So there's a lot of things that are going to happen in that event, so don't miss out. So let's go ahead in the round table. JP, where can the people find you?
You can find me here in the Cardboard Cave podcast talking about AI and cardboard magic. How about you, Orengo?
You can find me here, the Cardboard Caves, talking about sweet, delicious, disgusting AI cardboard, real cardboard, which is actually tasty. You can also find me in Cinema's podcast. I talk about movies there all the time. I was going to suggest when we talk about the Spider-Man cards, we should do this. This is going to be sicko and insane, but we should talk about the spoilers for Magic Arena. Instead of the normal Spider-Man card, we should get some love for those arena cards. Like there's the sign of the Earth Spider. I mean, come on. That's great. Like that's amazing. I want to see what they call Spider Verse. I mean, I'm very curious on those arena cards.
Oh my god! Wait,
That'd be fun. That'd be a fun
that's a
episode.
legit card.
What?
That's a legit card.
The sign of the Earth Spider is a real Magic card. Yes,
What?
they called it the sign of the Earth Spider. Yes, that's great artwork, by the way. It looks amazing. But yes.
Oh my God.
It's called sign of the Earth Spider. Yeah. That's the 5-color. That's the 5-color one.
Yeah.
The Cosmo Spider, whatever. Yeah.
Cosmic Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
My god!
It's gonna be great.
That was a joke. Oh,
No, it's just so lazy that's what they could think of. I don't even know how they got there, but yeah. What about you, John? Where can people find you?
Oh, you guys can find me here at the Cardboard Cave Podcast. I'm really active in all of our social media. I'm always paying attention to your comments and as well posting to keep you guys updated in let it be Gundam, let it be Magic, let it be Pokemon. Even though Ale is the one that helps me out with Pokemon, sometimes I don't find the spoilers, but Ale helps me out with the Pokemon section. As well, every Thursday at 9:30, I will be live on Twitch, on our Twitch channel, the Cardboard Cave Podcast. Last week, I couldn't go live. Sadly, a lot of things happened and I couldn't go live. But tomorrow I will be live. I'm going to be playing Pokemon TCG live to see if I can reach the ranks.
It's there. Look at it.
Huh?
Put it there. I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, okay. Wait.
It's the sign of the Earth Spider. Sign of the Earth. Let me zoom in a bit more so you can see this beautiful card. It's by Jesper Ensing, by the way, which is a great Magic the Gathering artist. He has a lot of my favorite cards.
I thought this was all a lie.
The sign of the Earth Spider. We got to get some love for that spider.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will look for it. As well, if you guys haven't been posting much, but I hope that by this week or next week, I will start to post reviews. I have a couple of interviews for Reel in Films in the works. And nothing, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Give us your thoughts in regards to the situation with Ultimate Guard. And nothing. We will see you guys next week. And we will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
until I cut it, bala pa tu cabeza, para delicadeza, habla la realeza, salva naturaleza, method for your mentalities, kill them with no fatalities, happy with all the cannabis, welcome to your reality.